right, Kin?
Yeah, for sure. Very exciting to see this. Haino are going to be banned out along with the Daqiao, and this is going to be the final ban coming in from Team Kings. It's going to be the Dong Huang taken out of the picture and the game for the second match.
Yeah, no Dong Huang for you, Kin. You did say you were excited to see the Dong Huang come through at some point, maybe in the grand finals, eh? But Erin comes through, so once again, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 heroes that have not been played for Season 2. And some of them not even shown in Season 1. And the Show You comes through. Oh, with the Yaria. That is a nice pairing for Team Honor.
Yep, lovely, lovely. Hopefully, you know, we're going to be able to see some nice flick shots coming out from this Soyu. And it will be the Dolia this time in the hands of Team Kings.
I don't know if this is actually going to reverse, though, because it did say there, it was like, the enemies pick your selection, so whether those are now going to swap, because obviously the Dolia going over to Myrtle would make sense, right, because she is cosplaying the Dolia, so maybe we'll just see those picks get swapped around here?
Yeah, let's take a look at what the status of the game is, whether they will be swapping the heroes or not. As it stands now, probably not, but still, an interesting lineup from both teams. Excited to see how this works out.
I feel like I have an expectation of Myrtle just to go straight into the back and just pull out some Yaria cosplay, because now it just doesn't quite make as much sense here with a Dolia, a player being dressed up as Dolia playing the Yaria. At least it's still a support cosplay with a support hero, but to be honest, the Yaria with the Show You is going to be pretty grand within this game, and AG.Cat on the Dr. Bien is really interesting because, once again, Kin, we've not seen this hero on the Gorge at all for quite some time. I know he made one appearance in Season 1 Invitational, but oh, Gia on the Erin is trying to close the gaps. He's got to be careful because he will take hits from the turret as well, and Psycho gets first blood. So Team Honor getting first blood this time around.
Yeah, the Wildwind doing so much work for him at this point. It looks like Team Honor once again, this time they're going to flip the script. They get the first blood instead.
Yep, at least it's a bit of a progression here for Team Honor. They're not going to take the L in the Clash lane for a 2 games back-to-back. But Lee Shin here, as well as Han Shin and Dr. BM with an aggressive rotate here onto Clover. Completely unsuspected, but will they be able to catch him? No, they're able to just parkour out of there. So Mayeen lives to see another day, or at least another minute within Honor of Kings.
It's okay. Bai has a really quick cooldown here. Fight or die, as well as the ultimate, the unrivaled spear. We're going to see a lot of that in this game as well.
Yeah, we hope so. We hope so. We hope to see some of those playmaking potentials. Because Bai on the monkey pick as well in Game 1, we saw so many like 3-man crucial crowd controls. But now that they've left the Clash lane, we see that Mayeen's already aggressed there. And there we go. Clover getting the same first kill for himself back onto King Sha once again in Game 2.
Oh, here we go. Wish coming in. Flickering Flurry. And it will not be result in a kill just yet. Myrtle falling solo.
And it wasn't just the first blood in the Clash lane. They are able to get the first... Oh, wait, no. The first turret is still just being cut off there a little bit with my feed. But there we go. It's back. Nicely done. But Wish was almost overextending a little bit too far there into the enemy jungle, trying to contest the Crimson Golem. They're not going to get it, but Bay is able to pick up his own Crimson Golem there. The Azure Golem sitting like a pretty little duck there in the jungle of Team Honor. Are they going to try and aggress it like they did for the Crimson Golem?
Yep. Clover now keeping eyes on Cat. He might be able to jump him if Yaria jumps out. So Myrtle needs to be really careful about this.
Yep, Clover waiting nicely in the bush there. This seems a little bit of a patience play that we saw quite a few times here from Loop Esports yesterday. But Lee Shin coming through as well from the Clash lane. It is currently looking like a 3v2. Lee Bai straight into the back of the queue there, taking down the Dolia as well. No, it's Han Shin, sorry. Han Shin taking out the Dolia. There's so many flashy heroes on the Gorge. I'm getting a little bit confused here, Ken. Help me out.
Yep, I will try my best here. It's like you said, a lot of flashes, a lot of rainbows, a lot of effects. I love this game. And now 2-1, it's still a lead for Team Honor. And as it stands now, I think Bai is doing a really good job. Level 7 already.
Yep, I mean, both of them, Wish and Bai, both level 7, both got the Crimson and Assure Golem buffs right now. We see that Hanshin is now going back down to the farm lane, but leaves Clover to take out his partner, who's like, hey, King Sha is already pretty much a done deal for Team Kings here, so we're going to try and just go down to the farm lane and help out Psycho here, because Shou needs that distance with those skills. Wish taking a lot of damage there, but Levi was able to recall, but Aaron with the snipe as well. Oh, Psycho just missing it. Oh, he gets it. He gets it with the basic attack, the untargetable comes from Wish, but that is not going to be the Wish he needs, as Myrtle claims the kill onto LGD.Wish, but does open up their mid lane T1.
Okay, achievement unlocked, right? Myrtle now gets to say she killed Wish. Another achievement in the book.
Yeah, that's definitely an accolade on their players' history within Honor of Kings, it seems. And it looks like there's going to be a trade here for T1 mid for T1 in the farm lane. But kickback Bayer is going by thanks to Clover. They're kicking him back into his teammates. But Psycho trying to put some pressure here onto the squishy heroes that is Yaria. And not Yaria, sorry, on Adolia and Deji.
Oh, here we go. Waiting for the Heartbreaker coming out from Anindita. Will not be able to kill him. Look at the heals coming out. Dr. Get is so painful.
Yep, damage over time secures the kill for AG.Cat there. So Team Honor now bringing it to 5-5 in terms of the kills. But once again, Team Kings take out another T1 turret. It's there in the clash lane. Levi is there taking and claiming the kill. Wish, I think, did something he didn't able to do in game 1, was clean down AG.Cat, and then, oh, look at that damage coming from Clover onto such a squishy hero like Shou right now. And then Yari is trying to escape with the deer form. Myrtle just clutching onto her pearls there, getting into the T2 safe zone.
Yep, so far, a much more convincing game from Team Kings. King Sha will be taken down, and that's going to be the end of the fighting potential coming up from Team Honor.
I feel like Clover was hiding this pick because he seems like an absolute monster on it. I mean, Sunsi was pretty good, but the Mayim pick, he is definitely played a lot of hours onto this hero. But Gia getting the kill onto Myrtle, and then AG.Cat with the trade onto Gia. So that is a clean 1-1 trade for both of the teams here. But Team Kings are still ahead with the kills and surprisingly with the Goldkin.
Oh yeah, for sure. And you know, at this point, Cat is just pulling the entire team up with the help of Bai to try and sustain into the late game. We are about 6.5 minutes into the Hero's Gorge already.
Yes, we have the Overlord and the Tyrant up. Nobody's made a clear gunning for either of those camps, but now that Clover is heard, he looked like he was trying to gravitate over towards the Tyrant, but it looks like he's just trying to give some intelligence over to the side of Team Kings here, playing the Human Ward as we know Mayin likes to do. Daji with a nice, clean first ability there, trying to do a lot of early interaction damage onto the side of Team Honor, but I feel like there's no follow-up, therefore it's not really going to do much, especially with AG.Cat there with the heals.
Yep, they want to protect this Crimson Golem for Psycho here, making sure that his damage will be of burning effects as well as true damage.
Yeah, because I mean, if you got Shou giving those buffs over to that hero, it just means he can have more damage, and obviously, like you say, the burning effects when it comes to these jungle objectives and such squishy heroes on the side of Team Kings. I mean, there's no real backbone other than the Mayim, but even Mayim's taken a lot of blows here, and it's a considerable amount of damage, and Shou just landed and pretty much wiped out a third of her health. That is just showing you the crazy damage potential here of Shou, but RRQ Bay gets taken down by Gia. That is a conflict of interest between the teammates.
Yeah, a very perfect way of a civil war between the RRQ boys here. It looks like the shot will make a miss on the side of Psycho. And Team Kings, they're just playing the map much better this time.
They're definitely having a lot more aggression. They are having their way with the gold lead as well, which is what they struggled with in game 1. And then Gia is taking up the kill onto Myrtle. Are they done here yet? The minion wave is being decimated by the side of Team Honor, but we see that the Mayin goes to the back of the line there, tries to get a pick off, but that is just unfortunate. A little bit too much of an overextension there by Clover.
Yep, they have to be very careful not to overdive at this point. If you take a look at the itemization, the Sosial already going for the Siege Breaker at this point. He's gonna be in giving the world of pain over the Team Kings shortly.
Yep, yeah, I mean, you guaranteed a lot of those Axe of Torments coming through because everybody pretty much on this Gorge right now is very squishy because none of them really have a lot of health, and I think that's why they kind of paired the Dr. VM. But here we go, there's that damage coming through thanks to those items, and King Shark gets the kill onto Bang Joel. He's not quite doing as well on the Dolia than he did on the Liempo of the first game, but hey, they're currently in the winnings here for game 2. But could this be the turnaround that the Team Honor need with AG.Cat pushing this tier 1 in mid lane?
Yeah, they have to be really careful about this. Nice, the Gear Farm going to be activated, and it looks like Cat does not have enough health to sustain. The burst from Jia is too much at this point. Laurel Bloom, so much damage.
Nice double knock up there for Bai on the side of Team Kings. Was able to clean up an E in on the Dodgy there, but Erin putting some real pressure onto the Shou-Yu. But one thing you don't want to give Shou-Yu is distance, because if he's got that distance, he's able to just clean with those basic attacks and pretty much decimating like a third of your health with just one hit. But this is not looking pretty good here for Bai. There is a 4v1 brewing up here, and he's not going to be able to escape. LG.Wish takes down a kill and dominates the enemy jungler whilst the Tyrant is now up as well. So that's a probably bad time for your jungle to fork in.
Yeah, and you know, this is a Shadow Tyrant nonetheless, so the buffs are going to be stronger. And at this point, Team Kings, they make it a little bit more difficult for Team Honor to find their way back into this game.
Yep, it seems that way, but Team Honor is still definitely struggling to try and find any sort of resemblance of ground control within the Gorge, as we see that Team Kings is able to take the T2 there in the mid lane. It just seems like it's a delaying the inevitable here for Team Honor, but we do see a little bit of clapback here. RRQ is able to get the kill onto Gia, so again, the civil war is brewing between the RRQ clan right now.
Yep, I really like the fact that King Sha is actually making so much work for the Searing Edge, the 3 painful lines that he dishes out in close range as well. So Team Kings, they keep running into it, unfortunately.
Yeah, no, they do seem to be making a few mistakes here, but Clover is looking to try and nullify those. But again, the fact that they're able to get the Overlord means that all that push in there and all that macro play from Clover is just going to get decimated here, potentially, with the drop down of the Shadow Vanguard going into the farm lane, as we just saw the symbol go down there, and there he is. There is the Shadow Vanguard looking to clear out the minion wave in the farm lane as we get in some action up here into the Clash lane.
Yep, once again, they're trying for it. Oh no, Wish is so low, but they do get a kill on Merle as well. There's not enough damage, not enough life. Cat's gonna be chased down. Oh, brutality. Someone call animal services because Cat is gonna be taken out. It's gonna be an ace for the side of Team Kings.
I say there's plenty of like animal-like things on the side of Team Honor, isn't there? You got AG.Cat, you got Shou-Yu, who has ears, very much cat ears, and then you have Myrtle, who is playing a deer. So yes, I think a call to the animal shelter is definitely needed as they are pushing this higher ground turret on the side of Team Kings, trying to take down the Vanguard as well to clear that push for the side of Team Honor. Team Honor not looking quite hot in game 2, Ken.
Yeah, I think this is credit to Wish, man. Wish is playing so well on this Li Bai. I mean, the way he's engaging in fights, that's how you want to play Li Bai, man, if you go into a ranked game.
Yeah, he needs to be super aggressive, but then also make very much good use of the recall effect that he has, because you could become untargetable when you do your dashes, but you want to make sure that you recall to a safe location, because if you leave your, what can we call it, pretty much like a visage, isn't it, of Li Bai, he's just kind of just left there, and you can find it very easily. So the whole thing and the whole mechanic of this hero is just to make sure you're putting that recall point in a very safe place, just kind of like Hino. You don't give it away, you don't want to make it too obvious, but you also want to make it so you make a fantastic engage onto your enemy team. But we see the Clovers waiting here in the safe distance for what seems like could potentially be a pincer movement here from the side of Team Kings. And here we go. Here's the engage, the double knock up onto both Joel and Gia there on the side of Team Kings. They do stop the minion wave, however, in the farm lane. So no higher ground turret just yet for Team Kings.
Yep, just yet. I think we have to emphasize on the yet because it looks highly likely they will be able to break the defensive structures on the side of Team Honor in a bit.
Yeah, coming into the 14-minute mark as well, as the Shadow Tyrant is now once up again, and we already see that Team Kings is navigating and making sure work of the Shadow Tyrant once more, because again another Shadow Titan damage buff is going to be very clean for trying to close out this game 2, because we can't let it get to that 20-minute mark, because that's when the Tempest comes up. That's when the comeback mechanic comes through for Team Honor if they're able to claim the Tempest Dragon in game 2 of the show match. So once again, those guys tuning in back at home, this is not the grand finals match. This is a little bit of a crowd-pleasing show match, and it has been entertaining to say the least, Kin. And it looks like the entertainment's not going to stop there. Psycho into the backline, just trying to do a lot of damage before Team Kings get in. But we're seeing Clover bring the minions around for a backdoor. That gives Wish a little bit of a keep in, but also allows Eren to pick up the higher ground turret in the farm lane.
I'm sorry, are we looking at a show match, or is this like a professional match? Because that was a nice sideline, right? Making sure they tunnel vision onto one end while the rest of the team secures other objectives on the other side of the map.
It was very clean. It was very clean. It was a very precise double objective push there, as we saw a little bit of a backdoor push for the Mayeen on the side of Team Kings. We saw that Gia was able to claim that higher ground turret into the farm lane. We see that Hanshin is trying to get a little bit of a macro push here onto the farm lane, but now that you have the Overlord, that's just going to completely negate that, because they're going to drop that down there and completely wipe out that minion wave as well. But Clover looking to push the minions, trying to freeze the wave on the side of Team Kings here.
Yep, we might reach the climax of the game shortly here, because once that Shadow Vanguard and Shadow Overlord will touch the base, it could be game over here.
Yep, Psycho just putting out those long-range basic attacks onto the minions, trying to just push them away, trying to put some damage onto the Shadow Vanguard. They're able to clean it up in the mid lane, however, but Levi going into the crystal grounds here. Gotta be careful. Clover having to dodge these bullets from Shoyu as well. There's plenty of skill placements being played right now on the side of Team Kings. They are dodging bullets left, right, and center, and who to do it better than any other hero than the Mayeen, the quick speed from the ultimate. And here we go, a bit of aggression here onto the higher ground turret of the mid lane. We have the Shadow Vanguard around as well. This looks like it could be brewing up to be quite a 5v5 brawl. Levi straight into the back there, doing a lot of damage onto Shoyu. Shoyu's having to go to the safe recall place, but there, Hanshin is able to take up and knock down Jaya, but there comes the Sage's Sanctuary. We have the Shadow Vanguard and Vanguards at the Crystal also, as they're trying to push the game to Crystal in favor of Team Kings. That is almost an ace for Team Kings, taking game 2.